Greetings, Taylor County. We know this is a little bit different time with everything that we're going through right now, but today we're still going to continue with our May video, State of the School District. And I thought, what better time than come to the high school and talk about some great things that's been going on in the high school and some great news that they have coming out of the high school. And we'll try to finish up the year with each school and talk about some of their great news that they're going to be able to share with you as we wind down the year. So I'm very excited to be here at TCHS with Ms. Heather McCoy. Hello, Ms. McCoy. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you today, Dr. Glover?
I'm doing very well. As we said before, it's a very different time. The halls around here are too quiet. This does not feel like a high school at all. There's no kids, and also there's no staff, so it's really quiet. So we miss seeing everybody. I hope everybody is staying safe. But I know you have some great news, some awesome things that have been going on here at TCHS, so I wanted you just to take a minute and share some of that.
Well, as we know, we have had a lot of ups and downs this year at the high school for certain. But I'm very proud to say that Ms. Hodge and I have looked at data and we've pulled things together from our progress monitoring, and Taylor County High School is on track to be a B this year, had we been able to test. As I talked about previously at the school board, you know, it was unfortunate that we weren't able to test our students because our staff worked incredibly hard this year, partly because we've sort of challenged them to help us move a mountain at Taylor County High School, and Ms. Hodge is going to come in a few minutes and talk with us about some of the things that means to us. But it's unfortunate that we weren't able to show out what we've all accomplished, because the students were working hard, the teachers were working hard, and I think that we're right on the verge of giving the community and the district what Taylor County High School is supposed to be, and that's kind of what's driving us right now. You know, it is quiet. I have spent more time in my office in the last however many weeks we've done this than I have in the whole 3 years I've been on campus, and I don't like it. I would way rather be busy and doing and out and seeing everybody's faces and experiencing high school like we're used to having it. But in the meantime, we're starting to plan for next year. We're celebrating the small successes and victories that we've had this year. You know, I feel like bringing Coach Graham from the middle school and bringing Mr. Metcalf back over to us to be our head football coach and our dean. You know, bringing Mr. Ely on board to help us with some support for students. And of course, Ms. Hodge and everything that she does for supporting our teachers and learning. I think that we've all melded together into one great team that I'm excited to be a part of and see where we're going to go next. So
when you brought this information to me, I can't tell you just how happy and excited I was. I know we have talked, I've heard you say multiple times in your letters and in your staff meetings about moving a mountain. Your staff and students and our parents, we all were climbing to the top to move that mountain. And probably some are going to say, well, y'all didn't get a test. I can tell you throughout the district, when I tell you teachers have bared down what I've seen this year, there's a lot of disappointment that we're not able to take the test, because we were seeing some of our best data that we have seen even better than last year. Last year was a really good year. And I know some people's going to try to say, well, you didn't test, or, you know, what have you. But I'm going to tell you, if you're one of those people, I'm not sure exactly what to say, but to say it, I believe in our parents, and I believe in our students, and I believe in our staff at TCHS. And I believe we were going to be a B for sure. And you've even talked about that we might have slid in there as an A. I know we don't want to, you know, you can't really predict that, but Ms. Hodge will go more into that data in just a second. But we're really excited. There's been a lot of great things going on at TCHS. We've had some bumps in the road, and we have tried to learn from that, and we have not wanted to hide those, but say we're going to do better at it. A lot of places, things like that go on all the time, and it's not acceptable that it happened here, and we're not going to tolerate it, because we are better than some of the things that's happened in the past at TCHS. But like I said, we're moving the mountain. Would have been a solid B, and we're looking forward to things in the coming year. But I'll let Ms. Hodge come up here and sit with you, and y'all can discuss some more of the school grade.
Okay. So Ms. Hodge and I are here to talk about what might have been Taylor County High School grade this year. And Ms. Hodge, thank you for coming in to visit with me and share this information.
My
I know that
pleasure.
you've been as excited as I have about the progress that we've seen this year, so.
Yes, it's been a very exciting year for us at Taylor County High School. We have seen some programs in place that have greatly benefited not just our students, but also our teachers. We were very excited to look at our progress monitoring scores, and we do feel that looking at those scores and that data, that we have achieved proficiency at a much higher score than we have in the past, both in 9th and 10th grade English and also in math and algebra. Very, very exciting. Our biology and our U.S. history have continued to maintain their high standards and their high scores. So it's been a very exciting year. And we have to give credit to our students who have continued to work hard, and the teachers who have structured lessons that are rigorous and engaging to help assist the students in their learning. We were also very excited to see learning gains in our bottom quartile. Several of the students in our bottom quartile did become proficient. We were very, very excited about those students. Always felt that they had the ability, but very excited when they showed it on paper to us.
That's right. And we knew, last year there's been a lot of questioning about the math scores that came out of the high school last year and why they were what they were. And we knew going into the school year that we were going to take a hit. We knew that it would be lower because we changed that progression. And we did only have one geometry class last year, and it was students that had to take biology for graduation. They may or may not have been their favorite subject, but they knew they had to complete it. And so in doing that, it made our denominator a lot smaller, which makes the numbers look a lot worse. With that change in progression this year, we have more geometry classes available, and so that helps with that whole calculation that would have been if we had gotten to take the test.
And we've provided the students with several programs that have been extremely beneficial. We've incorporated Brightfish in our reading classes, and Brightfish is a program that helps the students in terms of progressing in levels of reading, and that has been such a huge help in helping progress our students in their reading levels. We've also used USA Test Prep, again a great tool to help students, and it can be quite competitive. Students compete for badges and other kinds of rewards. So we have used some programs that have provided students with some really sound strategies for their reading and also their math. We also have it in math and history and biology, so all those. We've also instituted this year grade level teams, which we feel has been a huge assistance in getting the students and the teachers to communicate, especially teachers at the grade levels. Their discussions have been instrumental in providing students with the rigor, the consistent rigor, consistent standards within the grade level. They have studied data since the first meeting in August. They studied the data that came out of the Department of Education from last year, and worked with the students in terms of that data. So they have been consistent throughout the school year in providing not only the data analysis, but also the rigor in the classroom across the grade level.
And the grade level teams are something that even now, with us not on campus, they're still continuing to meet and talk about student work and who they've contacted. And so it's a great partnership for them to be able to work together because they're teaching the same students. And for us, I think that's been a piece that's been missing. They come from the middle school and they've been used to being in grade level teams, 6, 7, and 8, and they get to us and we just kind of have had them haphazardly in classes as per their needs dictate. you know, whether they needed help in English or whether they needed help in math. And so for us to move the mountain like we want to, we felt like it would be a good addition to our team strategy to have grade level teams. You know, have a group of 5 or 6 teachers who all teach the same grade level and the same group of students to be able to track them across grades or across subjects. And so that was something that, you know, even though we're not all here together, it is important to highlight. I feel like that we're continuing to work towards that common goal of student success, because Ms. Hodge and I talk a lot about, you know, at the end of the day, this is where, you know, we're where the rubber hits the road. And the students are coming out of here and they're either gonna go to college or technical school, or they may go straight to work. So what we do here matters, and it matters big. It matters to our community, it matters to our state, it matters to our country. And so if we're going to move a mountain at Taylor County High School, this was one of the things that we felt like was gonna help do that for
And
us.
very quickly, we also are becoming a LATIC school, and that's a learner active technology infused classroom. And that has worked to provide student efficacy, where students are taking ownership for their learning. They are scheduling their time. They're learning many of those soft skills also that are very, very important in college and career. And what we really want to emphasize next year is we look at our mascot, the bulldog. And the mascot, a bulldog symbolizes strength, stability, and vigor. And we are going to need all 3 of those to begin to move that mountain.
And we're excited, like I said before with Dr. Glover, this is not how we want to end our school year, and certainly not how we want to have school. So we're looking forward to starting back in the fall so that we can help move a mountain and get everybody on track to be their best self. So stay safe, Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs!
Well, Ms. McCoy, that has been some great news that we're able to share with the community about moving the mountain here at Taylor County High School. We are all very proud of the job that you have been doing, your administration and all the teachers working extremely hard to move that mountain and to take TCHS where we believe where it's continuing to go and continue to elevate in Taylor County. I know one thing we need to thank Taz. Taz has been a big help to TCHS, so getting students caught up or for other reasons why students have been there. And also, real quick, I know we've talked several times about some tracks for students, some information that will be coming out about if a student's wanting to get their AA when they graduate, or different tracks. We're going to be putting that information out before next year.
Yes.
So parents, be looking for that. Make sure to get with Ms. McCoy. But please know we're here for you. If there's ever anything we can do, please reach out to us. Call the high school. Speak with anyone here that would be glad to help you. Get with Ms. McCoy. It's just a privilege to be, and an honor to be able to have the opportunity to educate your children here in Taylor County. I don't know about you, but I'm all in for Taylor County, and I know you are too, and all our staff is. So we're all in right now, and we're in this together, and we're going to get through it because we have an awesome community with resilient individuals, and we are going to get through some of this tough times with this virus going around. It's not going to defeat a bulldog. What was that Miss Hodge said? The 3,
Vigor, strength, and stability.
That's it. So thank you so much for tuning in. God bless.